Building your dream home in Africa can either feel like growing a money tree or like digging a bottomless pit where you throw all your money savings while smiling politely. Hi, I'm Engineer Abdirahim Mohamed, your construction therapist. And if you don't want your project turning into a Netflix documentary called How I Lost Everything to a Guy Named Contractor, then hit that subscribe button right now, because today we are talking about project risk management. And trust me, in Africa, risk isn't optional. It's like a mosquito at night. They will find you. Part 1. Why risk management matters. Most people think risk management is boring paperwork. Nope. It's the difference between proudly hosting a housewarming party or awkwardly explaining to your auntie why your dream home is now a community pigeon house. Think of risks like mosquitoes. 1 or 2 you ignore, but leave them and you suddenly slapping yourself all night, wondering what went wrong. Same with construction. Ignore the small stuff, and one day you wake up like, wait, where did my money go? And why is my contractor now selling tomatoes instead of building my house? Strategy 1. Do a proper feasibility check. Here's the first risk. Location lies. People buy land cheap, only later discover, surprise, it floods every rainy season, or the soil is softer than Ugali. Solution: hire a surveyor. Do a soil test. Check codes. Spend $300 now, save $30,000 later. That's not a tip, that is a survival tactic. Unless your dream home is to go viral as the next leaning tower of Nairobi, don't skip this step. One client ignored soil testing, built a mansion. 6 months later, cracks everywhere. The house didn't fall. But let's just say, when you drop a marble on the floor, it rolls into the kitchen. All bites. Part 3 is strategy 2. Budget for the unknown. Now let's talk about money. People make construction budgets like they are planning a wedding. All glamour, zero realism. Reality check. Cement price will rise. Rain will flood your site. And sometimes the truck with your steel bars will just disappear into thin air. So here's the trick. Add 15 to 20% contingency. That's your sleep at night money. Because when the prices of cement suddenly doubles overnight, you don't want to be the guy Googling, can I build a house with a mud or prayers? I had a client who budgeted to the last shilling. No cushion, the price spiked mid-project. He ended up tiling half the floor, and for 6 months, the family lived on half marble, half bare concrete. They called it open concept. Part 4, strategy 3. Vet your contractors like politicians before elections. Ah yes, the famous Trust Me Pro contractors. They promise heaven, deliver headache. Rule 1, check past projects. Rule 2, talk to old clients. Rule 3, start small. Because you wouldn't marry someone after one WhatsApp chat. So don't hand your life savings to a stranger in a flip-flops saying, boss, I can build fast. One investor hired a cheap contractor. No vetting, 3 months in, workers hadn't been paid. They went on strike. Imagine a construction site with a picket line. He had to rehire and restart. Double the cost. Part 5, strategy 4. Write everything down. Verbal agreements, biggest scam in construction. One side, I thought you said white paint. Other side, I thought you said plaster tonight. Always write it down. Payment schedules, deadlines, penalties, even a napkin contract is stronger than a handshake. If it's not written, it didn't happen. That's not advice, that's law. Part 6, strategy 5. Monitor like hawk. Some investors send money from abroad and just pray. Prayer is good, but prayer doesn't mix cement. Do weekly site updates. Demand photos with date stamps. Use Zoom. Get a project manager. Because without monitoring, your site becomes freestyle. And freestyle construction usually ends with freestyle roofing. One investor only checked the site after 6 months. Guess what he found? The workers had built a random extra room for themselves. Free rent, courtesy of the boss. 7. Strategy 6. Insurance and backup plans. Last one, protection. Theft, fire, accidents. They happen. Insurance sounds boring, but losing 50,000 worth of cement in one night, that's worse. You protect your phone with a case and a password, right? Protect your project the same way. Lock storage, get insurance. Always have plan B, because if you can't sleep, your project won't either. So here's the truth. In Africa, risks like a weather. You can't control it, but you can prepare for it. The investors who win aren't lucky. They are the ones who plan smarter. I'm Engineer Abdirahim Mohamed, and if you want your dream home to be a dream, not a regret, then hit the subscribe, because every week I give you the tools to design, build, and actually win at construction in Africa. Don't just build smart, and let's keep the goats out of it.